Keisha, and I am here with tonight's All Tea, All Shade, Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 9, Episode 13 review. So, we start off tonight's episode with Yandy. She has decided not to go back home, but she's still very much upset and looking at everyone sideways now on this trip. She's still hiding in her room and shit. I was like, girl, please, ain't no way in hell I'll be hiding in my goddamn room and I'm on a tropical goddamn island. Everyone else is kicking it. They're getting on the bus. They're about to go zip lining. And at the last minute, she hops on the bus with everyone. Everybody's like, yeah, you came. Even Kimbella, like smiles. They talk about Juju killing the caterpillar. And Joe makes a joke saying how could Safaree date a murderer? Juju clarifies that she and Safaree never dated. They never kissed. They never did anything. Seeing asks, um, Yandy and Kimbella, are y'all good? Because it's like the elephant in the room. And Kim says, this trip is not about them and that she's happy that Yandy came. So they go ziplining and Joe keeps joning on Safaree for some reason, but it comes across like, it's all love that he's joking with him. But I noticed that ever since last week's episode when they were sitting at the table and Safaree said that slick shit to Juju about them never being friends, he kind of started looking at him differently. I don't know if that triggers something in him that, plays back on the beef that they had on tonight's episode, because it made him probably think like if he could say that about her, then shit, he probably don't even look at me like I'm a friend. I don't know, but I peeped it then and he started looking at Safaree sideways. So, Joe tells Sin that he has a special date night planned for them that night. She all happy and shit. Yandy tells Maggie that she doesn't want to just throw her and Kimbella's friendship away and that she never purposely meant to hurt her and that she's going to try to talk to her again so she can tell her that. Juelz is back in New York with the kids and he is taking the kids ice skating. And they gave him a lot of dialogue this episode. So in his confessional, he say, right now I'm holding it down with the kids while my lady Kimbella is out there in Costa Rica. I got the course approval to take them out the house and we going ice skating today. Every moment is precious. I'm feeling like the man right now. I got on all this ice around my neck. I gotta know how to skate, you heard? I was like, nigga, no. So Kimbella calls him, y'all, and he gets off the ice to go talk to her. And you see his mouth moving, and for the first time, we get to see his teeth, y'all. And the reason why he talks so funny is not just because he has the flipper up here, it's because he's still trying to conceal his bottom row teeth because his bottom row teeth is just as fucked up as the top. And all of this right here is missing. So I took a screenshot of this shit, y'all. Look at his mouth. Look at it. Oh, look at what drugs are do. And it's sad because he ain't even got the money to fix it. And you marrying this nigga, desperate times. Like, I don't ever want to be that desperate for a nigga in my motherfucking life, bitch. It ain't that much good dick and saying I got a nigga in the world. This nigga ain't even got no teeth, sis. Girl, back and Bella. So they trying to talk to each other, but the connection is really bad. And Juelz say, I can't really hear her right now what she trying to say, but to me it sounds like a whole bunch of Yandy drama going on. My census is next week, and I definitely feel like Kim is gonna need all the support she can get. I really hope that her and Yandy can use this trip to make up, but if they can't, I definitely hope that they don't use it to make it worse. I was like, nigga, just focus on your teeth. Focus on your teeth, goddammit. He reminds Kimbella that they need Yandy with what everything they're going through. Maino and Maggie have dinner on the beach, and he basically just reassures her that he loves her and he got her back and he gonna support her rap career. So Sin was turning up apparently that night, and the cameras didn't catch none of this because they have a time period from when they film. So Sin apparently was turning up that night and having fun with the girls and twerking at the jacuzzi. Now I remember when they had this trip and they was posting stuff on social media, and I remember that night because they showed it on social media with her in a jacuzzi with them twerking and stuff. I'll never forget this. So apparently Joe got mad because he felt like she was doing too much, and he says that that night could make people on the outside think that she was flirting with one of the girls, and that didn't sit well with him. So obviously he has some insecurities with the fact that Sin is bisexual. And this is why I could never date no nigga that was bisexual. Or I don't see how men date motherfuckers, women that are bisexual. Because now I don't just have to worry about other niggas. I got to worry about other bitches in the room. Like, I got to be looking everywhere, trying to make sure you ain't trying to talk to nobody else. But that's something that he's going to have to deal with and go through therapy about or something, because it's obvious that that really affects him and bothers him that she likes other women. So they're all on a bus the next day. Joe was talking to Juju about, dating, because, she's finding it hard to open up and, really allow herself to like somebody. She says that she and Safari got close because they both were going through the same thing, them both leaving long term relationships and being back out here in the dating world. Joe says that's a perfect example of why you're not ready. He's acting out from old girl, meaning Nikki. You either face everything and recover or fuck everything and run. Which fear is applicable to you? His is the latter. He basically saying that since Safari and Nikki broke up, he just been out here fucking everything and running away from his problems and his issues and not facing them. So Juju starts to cry because she says she don't want to, fail in love and relationships, and she doesn't want to be like her mother because her mother was very poor, and she's just trying to do things differently. So they sit down to eat breakfast, and Maino brings up Safari making it onto the Wendy Williams show. Wendy had talked about Safari taking Erica Mena to a basketball game and them wearing matching furs and shit. This was like 3 months ago. Mano said, "So what's up with you and Erica? Is that your girl?" Sin got this look on her face like, and I was just like, well, do you still got feelings for the bitch? Because why do you care? You and Erica been broke up for how many years now? At least over 5 years at this point. What residual feelings do you possibly have with this girl? You supposed to be in love with Joe, trying to get married, got a whole kid. Why does Erica Mena still affect your life? That was odd and weird to me. Mano says, because you told me you was trying to have a baby. Why you ain't bring her? Now at this point, if I felt like if Joe had an issue with him bringing her, then he would have clarified it again at the table in front of everybody, like, he wouldn't have brought her or something. Like, I don't know. Anywho, I'll get to that later. So Safari said we gotta work on things and build. And everybody like, all right, I can understand it. So Juju brings up again that she and Safari aren't dating because on Wendy she was like, "What's going on with him and Juju?" She like, "Once again, that's just my friend. We not dating." CN say, "But is he a good friend to you though?" Safari says, "You know what? Me and her gonna have to talk one on one because I don't really like this conversation and this narrative being, built upon me." So they talk about Maino and Joe being Virgos and Joe and how they view the world and how they feel about certain things. Seeing say you should be more patient and empathize more and open minded to the fact that the rest of the world ain't gonna see shit like you do. Joe take that as a dig because it was a dig. Joe says the same way men need to learn, women have to learn the same, how to keep a man, how to be with a man. And everybody was like, "Oh, child, the attention is thick. Like, y'all niggas need to go into y'all hotel room and talk this shit out. Don't be bringing that negative energy over here." So Sid say, "I'm not afraid to show the happiness that I feel like some people." And everybody was like, "Joe, be happy, smile." He was like, "But I'm not happy. I'm not." Like, it was just so awkward. I hate being around couples that's arguing, and I hate to be the couple that's arguing in front of my friends. That shit is so fucking embarrassing. So everybody is peeping that Sin and Joe are beefing. Safari talks to Juju one on one, and she tells him that unless they're booked together for events, she don't know nothing about what he got going on in his life and how she just lost a friend to cancer. And at this point, she needs to know if they friends or not, because if not, she'll respect that and keep it moving. And he was like, "No, it's not like that. I apologize. I do shut people off, especially with everything I got going on in my life. People attacking me on social media. It just be a lot for me." But at this point, you can even tell that they ain't friends like that no more. He got a whole girlfriend, and I'm pretty sure that Erica does not want him hanging around Juju. So Cian tells Kimbella that Joe doesn't like her being extra friendly with people that she don't know, and how he got mad at her for how she was acting at the jacuzzi. And she like, I would never disrespect him or our family or anything like that. I was just having fun. I'm just being a 20-some-year-old girl. And this is another thing that Joe gonna have to realize, nigga. Yeah, you damn near, and you in your 40s. You're dating and got a baby with a 24-year-old girl. She young. Let her be young and have fun. Obviously, you trying to wife her up and make her settle down and be in the stage of life that you're at, and she's not. And that's going to continue to be a problem between them two. I don't see Sin and Joe lasting. I see them lasting for another maybe 2-3 years. They're gonna get married, they're gonna have the wedding, and that shit gonna crumble because them two niggas got too much baggage. Their age difference is gonna play a big, huge part in the demise of their relationship. The stages that they're at in their lives are gonna play a big, huge part in why their relationship is not going to last. Joe is at a point in his life where he is settled. He ain't about the games and the bullshit and going out to the clubs and kicking it. He in hitting his stride in his career. He trying to make sure that this shit don't go away again. He not trying to flop like he did in the past. He's settled. Sin still trying to figure out who she is as a young woman, as a mother, as a girlfriend. She's trying to figure out her footing in her career. She want to still have fun and turn up. It's not gonna work. I'm sad to say, but it's just not. So she said that she didn't like the way that he came at her and the way that he was talking to her and how it was unacceptable. So it seemed to me like he cussed her ass out. So Joe tells Maino that every time he tries to propose, marriage to her, some shit happens. And he says that they never discuss his shit and that it's always about her and everything she got going on, from her depression to her career to her being a mother to their relationship. It's just one problem after another. And it's like we focusing on you, but you still ain't focusing on me. And that's going to be another problem in their relationship. So the next day, everyone sits down to release their baggage, and Joe comes out of nowhere and say, can I talk first before we start this therapeutic shit? And everybody like, well, goddamn nigga, like, why you so forceful? So he say, Safaree, you don't feel like you owe me and my lady an apology. And everybody looking like, what the fuck is going on, nigga? Safaree like, no, for what? Joe say, so you have zero idea what you could owe me and her an apology about. Safaree like, no, I'm lost. Everybody looking like, what the fuck is going on? Joe say, so you don't remember the phone call me and you had last week about old girl when I asked you if you were flying her out here because that's my girl's old work. So that was a man call between you and I so I could know how to move and dictate my household in the appropriate manner. So at this point, I'm like, it's obvious some behind the scenes shit that is still going on between Erica and Sin that we don't know about. I know everybody on social media keep referencing the fact that about 2 years ago when she was pregnant with their son and they was doing Hollywood Squares or whatever the fuck, that hip hop squares or whatever, that they was on the episode with Erica and they all took a picture and Erica was rubbing her belly. That's one thing to say, hey, how you doing, girl? We have a little quick conversation. It ain't nothing like that between us no more. Whatever beef we had in the past it is. Let's take this picture and keep it moving. We don't have to deal with each other or see with each other. But there's another thing for us to be on a reality show and then for you to pop up on a reality show that I'm on out the blue when you weren't supposed to come. So from what I'm feeling like, after that picture was taken about 2 years ago, it's obvious it's still some residual anger, beef, whatever there between Sin and Erica, that she does not want to be around her. I also feel like they felt like, why is she here? Is she here to be messy and to cause drama? Because we're on a reality show. She's popping up. Obviously, she's here to film. It's not just for her to be off camera here with you. That's probably what they were thinking in their head. She's here to jump on camera, be messy, start some shit, and they weren't prepared for it. That's why he was saying, I need to know how to dictate my household and know how to move accordingly. So Maino say, what we talking about? Safaree say Erica is here. And Maino like, oh. So Joe is mad because Safaree told him and Maino that she wasn't coming. And then they see on IG that she's actually there. Joe say, why don't you feel like you owe us an apology? Safaree say, when we had that conversation, that wasn't the scenario of me bringing my girl here. Joe say, when things change, you got my number. That was a simple text. If you care about the friendship, you've been to my home. And at this point, I can understand where Joe is coming from because, like I said, it's got to be some behind the scenes stuff that we're not privy of. And I feel like whatever that issue is, he felt like Safaree could at least say, hey, yo, I'm flying old girl out here. Just want to give you a heads up. Just let you know. Boom, boom, bow. I do feel like, however, that the way Joe handled the situation was fucked up. He talked to him like he was a child. All that yelling and screaming and hollering was not necessary. But I also feel like Joe was taking his emotions out on from seeing and everything they had been going through over the vacation or whatever out on Safaree. Safaree was an easy target, and he was taking out all that anger that he could not give to Sin onto him. That misplaced anger, and it was fucked up and it was wrong. The way he handled it and the way he talked to him. Now his feelings could have very well been valid, but that goes back to how you present yourself and talk to people. Delivery is everything. So he like Sin say, "You held my child." As Joe say, any other nigga, I swear to God, this would go different. So when you run around with homegirl, have a ball, but when it's in that close proximity of my family, it's a security breach, and I don't play family games. Once again, going back to, I feel like they thought she was gonna be coming on her to be messy and to spray them in their business, and I'm gonna get further into that in a minute. Seeing in her confessional say, "This is why I fell in love with Joe, because he's passionate and vocal." So Safaree say it's nobody's business. Joe say, "Fam, if I'm putting my dick in Nicki Minaj and I fly her out here, that's your business." Safaree say, "It is what it is. You coming at me with all that clapping and cursing. I wouldn't come at you like that." You could tell Safaree feelings was hurt. And everybody knows Safaree ain't trying to fight and do all that ignorant stuff. Safaree is a sweet guy. I honestly don't feel like he was wrong in this situation. Who has not fucked Erica? Erica done been with everybody. So that bitch is for everybody at this point. Joe say, "If you keep talking, my nigga, it's gonna be a different way." Sin say, "Baby," and he like, "Nah, nah, nah. This nigga held my kid. I'll put this nigga in the face. I'll put this nigga face in the sand. Don't play with me." And then the episode goes off. So, like I said, I feel like it's more going on between the Sin Erica situation behind the scenes that we don't know about. And I feel like whatever that situation is, Safaree knows about it, and now Joe feels like he's being fake towards him. So Erica responded on social media tonight after the episode aired, and what she had to say made me further feel like, okay, yep, it's some shit going down behind the scenes. She said, "People like you are a joke with the messy shit. Picking on me and my man is okay for no valid reason. If you're gonna put out, be prepared to take it, especially when it comes to me and mine. It's no secret I'm not the one. Leave alone. Y'all learned that on season 4." So she say, "Mention did someone poke the bear?" That's what somebody tweeted her, and she say, "Mention me enough like Candyman. I wasn't even bothering anyone, not even on the show. Go figure. Let me get back to my real life." Now here's the gag. Somebody said, "I really don't care for Joe Budden confronting Safaree. We didn't even know Erica Mena was there. Who cares?" Erica Mena responded and said, "I don't get it, especially since no one really cared, let alone asked about seeing whereabouts when he brought another female to my man's crib. Who cares?" So I feel like once again that Joe felt like she was gonna come on camera to be messy and to spray them. If what Erica is saying is true, that Joe brought another chick to Safaree house at some point, he probably felt like Erica was gonna come on the show and out him about cheating on Sin. And that's what had him afraid. And he went to attack Safaree before anything could come out. It makes sense. It makes sense. Let that tea marinate. Let it marinate. What y'all think? How do y'all feel about this whole situation between Joe and Safaree? Once again, Joe was totally out of line for the way that he spoke to Safaree, the way he handled the situation. He had valid points, but his delivery was so fucked up. Make sure to like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell button. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this review, and let's talk down below. See you later. Bye.